Hello, my name is Wsir Amen, owner of Bigger Productions. Wsir Amen, I would say, is an entrepreneur, a creative, a brother, a son, an advocate. I really think that I'm all the things that are necessary for a millennial to be these days and age. Bigger Productions Studios is all about the creative. I literally built this place to be multi-purpose for anybody, any person that has ever created, that uses their mind, their hands, their thoughts to take us and transition us to a different world, you know. I was fortunate enough, like even the first week that I actually opened for rentals, Chrisette Michelle came in. And primarily this is used as a photography production space, but she came in and she did an entire concert, you know, and it was really kind of paramount because it really encompassed exactly what I wanted, which was that any person of any talent, of any caliber could come in here and really utilize the spaces for anything that they imagine. And it came out beautifully, and actually that's the first week that I opened, and it was the week we made the shade room, and it was just kind of like really telling about what I had going on here, you know, and I really wanted that for everyone. Bigger Productions is about making your dreams really a reality. You know, I have a lot of things that are coming up. I want to do everything from musical production for filmmakers. I want to do some different film festivals and just all types of things, you know. So Bigger Productions is really about making dreams happen, honestly. So Atlanta has played a home for me for some time now. I moved here in 2010 for college. I went to Morehouse and studied business management. My concentration was marketing. But while being here, I found that the entrepreneurial spirit was so vivid and so strong and so boastful here, whereas in other cities, you find that they don't consider Black entrepreneurship viable, whereas in Atlanta, they truly do. You know, in Atlanta, like I said, you know, you're able to get money and backing and financing because they've seen these businesses like a Slutty Vegan go from a shared kitchen to a multi-million-dollar kitchen, a multi-million-dollar business overnight, you know. And so the banks are willing to take a greater risk on trying to make sure that they are backing these small businesses. Atlanta, the people, the energy, the everything is really an incubator for Black success and Black greatness. And that's why I love Atlanta, and that's why I've stayed. You know, I'm a New Yorker by birth. And you know, when I first moved down here, Atlanta was a little slow, and I did a little judging, you know, but I've come to really love the place. Like, Atlanta has really grown me up in so many ways, and I appreciate so many of the things that I have been able to grow through and learn here, just about myself and about my own drive. Because what happens here is, because of its nurturing of entrepreneurship, you find that if you really invest yourself and in your own work ethic, and in what you can produce, you can have the sky is the limit, you know, and that really is based on the ability that to reach a cap or reach above a cap because of the ceiling that has been lifted here, just because of the people that have come before, you know. So Atlanta really is a mecca for Black entrepreneurship, and I appreciate her so much, you know, honestly. I wouldn't change my Atlanta experience for the world. Well, you know, I love LA. I spent a lot of time in LA for work and for I spent a lot of time in LA for work and vacation, and I think that LA definitely has a special offering for its residents. But what I think the difference is between LA and Atlanta, especially, mainly, is that cost of living and land availability is much greater in Atlanta. And these productions and these companies have the ability to come down here. And then also what Atlanta did do is that they offered tax write-offs for a lot of these productions to come here. As long as they have the little peach at the end of their at the end of the credits, they get a certain amount of money off of their for their production. But outside of that, I think there's a certain potentiality that Atlanta doesn't have. It's a new baby, you know. So there's the space to like make mistakes and also not be perfect. Whereas in Los Angeles, who has a steeped history in production and like quality production, you know, you got to come there and you got to be ready to make it. If it's not of a certain quality, if it's not of a certain budget, if it's not of a certain X, Y, Z, it just won't float. Whereas in Atlanta, I guess hope floats, if that makes sense. And you know, people come here now. It's funny just seeing the transition where people were going to like LA with all of these big hopes and dreams, and then they go there and they struggle. Whereas people come here, same hope and dreams, but they are able to really hit the ground running because the same struggle is not present, because they're not worried about rental costs. Though rent has gone up over the years here, it is nothing compared to what LA is. And for those reasons, I think that a lot of people are transitioning to Atlanta and an Atlanta base because there's the space for growth here. You know, honestly, and physically and figuratively, there's just opportunity. There have been so many like highs and lows since opening my studio, all of which, you know, I would not change because I think they have made me a far greater entrepreneur, business owner, and master of my own universe. Some of my lowest moments were probably early on, which I'm thankful for that I could get them out the way early. You know, when coming into this, I was hoping to have partners, and I had brought some people on that I had worked with well in other situations, but didn't work out so well in this situation. And I had a lot of money stolen from me, and I had, you know, I literally had my business stolen from me. Literally, when I opened this business, it was Box Studios, and now Box Studios has now transitioned to bigger productions, but bigger is better. And, you know, that's really kind of the mentality that I have and the way that I operate as it pertains to hardship, is that I am always going to move forward, and I'm just going to go harder, and I am going to win. And so from there, you know, like everything has kind of not been peachy, but everything has been great because I only had to look to me. I've only looked to me. You know, I am where the buck stops and I'm where the buck begins. And from there, like so many doors have opened. I've had Netflix come in. I've had HGTV come and do work out of the space. I've had Chrisette Michelle come and do a concert out of the space. I've had Earth Gang come and do a concert out of this space. I'm looking to create an Atlanta staple similar to like the Tiny Desk concert. So there are so many things, and my universe has opened so much wider since, you know, having to overcome the kind of tribulations that I was, and I'm so thankful for that because I can appreciate and smell the flowers so much sweeter. And I recognize that it's been me. And it has made me, if I was not sure before, it has made me very sure of my ability and very sure of myself. And it has reaffirmed for me the reason why I do this, for creatives and for people like myself who don't have the access, you know? And so it's just really reaffirmed my mission. Since then, I've opened up a not-for-profit. I had kids come in this summer and they learned about creative jobs, that I'm getting state funding now so that I can do this, you know, so that, you know, the universe is really opening so many doors when I could just focus on what my mission was at inception, which was to give and to create and to teach. So like, I try to think a lot less of the hardship and a lot more of like all of the things that have come, all of the fruits of those labors. So it's been a good ride. So the space can be booked through Peer Spaces, where I normally book through, or Airbnb Arbitrage, as well as through the Instagram page and directly through me. With the spaces, I have 3 studios now. My white studio, which we're in now. I have the larger studio, which also I've booked for events, I've booked for classes, I've booked for concerts. It comes with surround sound. It comes with, if you are a person that is looking for a place where that they can put on concerts, I do have the ability to have a musical director there and a whole host of things. I sit on a property that has over 200 other studio spaces, and I'm looking for everybody to get work. So this co-op that I'm a part of is one that is truly one that is worth coming to. We're located in Midtown Atlanta, and a host of things have been shot here. Hunger Games was shot here on my property, and a couple of other shows, a lot of other shows actually. So yeah, you can book me through the social media, Peer Space, Airbnb Arbitrage, and I will be happy to have anybody to come through. If I had to give final words, what I always try to say in any interviews that I've done is for anybody listening to just do it. And just do it and do the work. I feel like what social media and this microwave generation have done is that they have made everything look like it's supposed to be easy. But everything is not supposed to be easy, but there is a great satisfaction that comes when you know that you have done the work and you have done it well, and you can sit in the fruits of your labor. I was scared when I first did this, and for all intent and purposes, I did it by myself. Every studio I've opened since my first one, I did by myself, and it's scary, but you have to just do it, and you have to rely on yourself, and you have to bank on yourself, and you have to know that if you aren't really willing to put your 100% in, how could you expect anybody else to, And so that is what I live by, that is what I have worked by, is that I have put my all into anything that has my name attached to it. And I have been able to bear fruit and bear witness to so many things, good things, great things, awesome things, that I'm so thankful for. And I just would encourage everybody to just do it. Anything you're thinking about, any business you're thinking about, any passion you have, if you can do it for yourself, do it for yourself. That's what I would say.